form of the beak. The young don't feed by themselves, they had to rely on parents in it. And the shape of their beaks changes when they gradually start eating by themselves. Red pandas are adorable with all their bright fur, striped tail, and white straight ears, even adult ones. But if you look at baby red pandas, I doubt you will guess who their parents are. Just after birth, their color is not so bright and picturesque, and resemble much more some kind of weasel or something like a tiny bear. Sometimes they even completely gray without any color gradient. No less than in a month, their special features start appearing. Tadpoles are the larva stage of almost all frog or toad species. Looking at them, you'll never guess what their parents look like. The difference in appearance lays in the environment a larva and an adult amphibia live. Firstly, tadpoles have gills to help them breathe underwater. Frogs have lungs to do the same thing. Secondly, tadpoles have tails and fins to help them swim. As for frogs, they have arms and legs for that. Tadpoles never leave water pools until they grow all that necessary stuff for hanging out on land. Some people say you always see adult pigeons and never see their chicks. But why? The main reason is that the birds hide their children. But the second one is that seeing a pigeon chick, you'll never guess it's connected to the adult version. It doesn't matter what pigeon species the bird refers, the chicks are pretty much alike. They have no feathers and look rather ugly. They are very weak and can't take care of themselves. The nesting period from hatching to fledging typically lasts more than 40 days. By this time, the chick can already be identified. Wombats are rather stocky creatures having very thick fur. But as all marsupial mammals, wombats have very strange-looking babies. They are born tiny, pink, blind, and completely bald. Wombat baby is called a joey. At birth, a joey is about the size of a jelly bean. The joey climbs into its mother's pouch right after birth to finish developing and stays there for around 5 months. When it comes out of the pouch, it already looks like a mini version of its mom. Silverleaf monkey, or langur, is known as the monkey that changes color. These monkeys have silver color on top of the head and the white one along their face. The infants are born brightly orange and do not look like their parents at all. The baby's fur begins to change to gray starting with its head. So for a short period of time, it looks quite weird with only its body bright orange. The baby langurs turn to silver at about 3 months of age, although some can start their transformation at the age of 1 month. Scientists think orange coloring makes adult individuals see that there is a baby monkey, and they should start to share the care of the little creature. There are a great number of such cases in animal world. If you want to learn more, let me know in the comments below. And if you fancy watching something amusing, go to Animal Like People channel and watch video about funny cats and dogs. Be ready to get a lot of positive emotions. See you! Hi there! Have you heard the proverb, like mother like daughter, or like father like son? But in animal world, sometimes you cannot see any resemblance between babies and the adult of one species. Now I'll show you 10 pairs of adult animals and their young that are not alike. Let's go! What nice feathered balls with big beaks! They look so helpless and small compared to their impressive moms. There are a lot of different owl species, but their chicks almost always look very different from their parents. They don't have round faces and very big eyes and covered with white flucus. They are blind and their ears are closed. The big head looks weird, wobbling on a very long neck. It will take them about 3 weeks to look like their parents. Looking at echidna babies, you can't help smiling. They are adorable, but you hardly ever guess who is mom or dad of this creature. An adult echidna is a very unusual ancient creature that lives in Australia. The most prominent echidna feature is its spines that cover all its body. Baby echidnas, or puggles as they're called, are completely bald when born. These cuties hatch from eggs in spite of being mammals and look at the world with their tiny eyes. After the young hatch, echidna mothers carry them around for up to 2 months until they start to develop spines and started a bit looking like her. What do you think about when you hear about fennec foxes? Their ears, of course. These nice creatures can't be imagined without their astonishing ears. But if you look at tiny fennec pups, you won't see them. Adult foxes need their unbelievable ears to hunt in the specific surrounding of the desert. They can hear bugs and animals moving even underground. Besides, adults use them to get rid of extra heat and keep them comfortable even in the hot desert temperatures. But the young don't need such gadgets because their parents take good care of them. So the pups grow ears a bit later. Axolotl is a great misunderstanding created by nature. The main problem with it is that a lot of people think it is some kind of special amphibious species. The reason? Axolotl is neotenic. It means that even when they become adults, they keep the traits usually often seen in juveniles. They keep their gills and live in the water their whole lives. In contrast, most other salamanders lose their gills and live on land, but axolotl do not. It even can become fertile, staying juvenile. Actually, it's larva stage of one specific salamander species called Ambystoma mexicanum, but it usually does not become adult version. Axolotls make the transformation only if a significant change in their environment, like increased water toxicity or reduced water levels. And of course, different from grown-up salamander. Flamingos are gorgeous birds. They look beautiful and gracious. But we can't say the same about their chicks. When hatching, flamingo babies look very much like goslings. They are covered in gray and their beaks are straight, not sickle-shaped like their parents have. Because of this resemblance, scientists even thought flamingos are geese relatives in birds' family, but they are not. The reason why flamingo chicks don't have such bright color is their food. The adult birds acquire their astonishing color consuming different nutrients. The same reason is for changing the